almost 4,000 counts per second. So we seem to have found a tiny hotspot. I mean, it's nothing worth taking, or even if I could, but you can hear that's quite a bit over background. As I said, almost it's 3.8 thousand counts per second on my SPA-3. It's a 2-inch sodium iodide. It's right there, kind of in the vein. I will grab my exposure rate probe and we can see the exposure rate. So here is the exposure rate probe. It's a HP270. So you can see that the exposure rate is hovering around like 100 or 200 microarc per hour. It's nothing like significant, but it's more than average. So it's kind of fun to see. It kind of bounces up and down. I'll also grab my Radiocode while I'm at it, so you can see it in a dose rate. So we can replace that. You can see there's a little bit down there. That's always fun to find, especially in places where, well, uranium isn't super common. And that spot seems to be a little bit more active. Oh, almost 300 microarc per hour. That's fun. I'll see if I can find more on this mountain. Kind of seems like this entire rock has more than normal. You can see me kind of scan the area. So now we're over where we measured. I can also move over here. There's also quite a bit. Well, if I move up here, it decreases quite a bit. Almost back to background. Found another tiny hotspot, but nothing like before. It's nothing worth investigating, but it's still fun. Seems to be a lot of smaller hotspots on this mountain. So like small areas where it's concentrated more than normal. So average is like 400 counts per second, but some spots give me like 4,000 or a few thousand counts per second. It's quite a view though, but it's hot as shit. It's like the hottest day in quite a while. I chose a very bad time to look for uranium, but I mean, it's always fun. Everyone is taking a bath while I'm searching for uranium on the mountain. That's good priorities, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of hot spots a little bit everywhere, but they're all much weaker than the one I found later. There's some spots that give up to 2,000 counts per second, but it's not too much. 4,000 per second on was a bit more fun. I'm almost at the top of this little hill here. Seems to be quite uniform up here actually. It was almost more the further down I went. Let's see if I find something more, or if it's all low level stuff. Still, it's fun. It's a little fun activity to do during the summer. You get to have a very nice view and sweat like crazy. So here's a tiny little hotspot right next to this moss. It's nothing super much, but it's a little bit. So here's the Radiocode 101. It's even a little bit more than normal. I mean, it's nothing much, but still, it's more than background, and that's something I like. So right now it's 650 counts per second. I seem to have found another hotspot here. You can see if I bring it closer. So this region here seems to be giving quite a bit more. 2,500 counts per second. 2.6 thousand counts per second. So let's bring out the Radiocode again. Let's check it. So here's the Radiocode. We see it's more than normal on the microsievert. Well, it depends where I put the Radiocode though. Some parts here are a little bit more spicy than normal. Let's see if we can see the counts per second mode. That's the speaker. So like 100 counts per second on the Radiocode. Cool. Try a little bit. Again, nothing crazy. Let's put it in the crack here. And it goes up a bit more. Not a lot, but noticeable. So this granite kind of rock here seems to have a little bit. It's not as much as the other hotspots, but still 1.7 thousand counts per second. It's kind of fun. Again, as usual, it's not a lot, but I'll take anything over background, to be honest. We'll keep walking with my detector here, and we'll see if we find something. It's this type of granite again. Not much. Quite a view, which is nice, but I'm too focused on my detector, honestly, to notice it. I'd rather watch my detector, to be honest. That's where the real beauty is. I'll be back with a hotspot, hopefully. It's a very tiny hotspot. Nothing much, I won't even bring out the Radiocode, to be honest, but it's still something and I will show it. There we go, I seem to have found a pretty big area here, maybe the right type of granite. So this entire part seems to be very active, because if I bring my detector here, it goes up to almost 4,000 counts per second. So this is one of the hottest, most active spots that I found, and it's fairly uniform. I mean, that area that I showed is the most active, but this entire place here is much more than background. So I'll bring out the Radiocode and we'll see what that gives. Right, let's see. I'll bring out the Radiocode here. We'll put it kind of where I found it most active. Just a little bit over background, 2.3 microsieverts per hour in dose rate. For fun, I'll also bring out my exposure rate probe, the HP270, and we'll see what that shows. So here's the HP270 probe. It's a very awkward angle here. I'll see if I can do it without falling. I think it was around here. You can see it's a little bit over background, almost 300 microhour per hour. I mean, it's nothing like compared to like uranium mines, but I mean, for being a random hill in the middle of like a small town, I'll say it's still fun. It's certainly more than normal.